Chicago Sky fans, y'all need to be very, very careful in this moment. You need to be very, very careful. It looks like Angel Reese wants out, y'all. Angel Reese seems to be looking for a way out of the dumpster fire that is the Chicago Sky. And I gotta be honest with you, I don't blame her.
Chicago Sky fans, this might be the moment you've been dreading. The whispers are getting louder, the rumors are spreading, and the signs are almost impossible to ignore. Angel Reese, the face of this franchise, the player they chose to build everything around, might already be halfway out the door. And honestly, after watching the chaos in Chicago this season, you can't exactly blame her. The Sky aren't just losing, they're collapsing. Their culture is broken. And the franchise that hoisted a championship just a few years ago has somehow turned itself into the WNBA's biggest punchline. The first crack in the facade came quietly. July 29th, Reese played 32 minutes against Washington. She wasn't limping, she wasn't wincing. She didn't look like someone on the verge of a season-ending injury. But since that night, she's been gone. Officially, it's a day-to-day back injury. Unofficially, it's the kind of mystery that has fans and reporters asking hard questions. There's been no update, no timeline, no explanation, just silence. Other injured stars like Caitlin Clark, Nafisa Collier, Brianna Stewart, they've all been visible, they've given updates, they've stayed connected to their teams. Reese, she's not even traveling. She's not on the bench.
That she either asked for a trade or demanded a trade. However, if you guys didn't see it, the end of it was like, obviously it was something like that. Angel Reese, heavy on the PS. Like, it does make it sound like, I mean this makes it sound like she is asking for a trade. Or she's at least implying she wants to be traded. Because at the end of the day, you just never know. You just never know what's
She's
the
not in
player's
the
mind.
huddles, but she is on Instagram. She is making public appearances. And that's why the suspicion is growing. Maybe this isn't just about her back. For Tyler Marsh, the rookie head coach brought in to rebuild the Sky, this was never the plan. He came from Las Vegas, fresh off helping the Aces win back-to-back titles. He signed a multi-year deal expecting to work with young stars like Reese and Camila Cardoso, dreaming of creating something special. What he got instead was a disaster, a roster with no spacing, a locker room poisoned by the previous regime, aging veterans who can't keep up, and a franchise player who, in the eyes of some, simply doesn't have the stomach for a losing season. After a 38-point humiliation against Seattle, Marsh finally let the frustration slip in front of the cameras. He talked about will, about discipline, about competing no matter who's on the floor. But underneath the coach speak, you could hear it, the resignation in his voice, the understanding that the culture was rotting.
Three of our starters are out, and so yes, it's got something to do with that. But like I spoke last game, it's your will and ability to compete. It's something that you always have the ability to do, no matter who's on the roster, no matter who's suiting up. I think that we showed that today. I was very proud, very, very proud of our effort today. Yeah, I mean, it's tough. We had 8 players going into it. 1 we just signed 7 days ago. So it's tough to get everyone up to speed at the same time. But we came into today with the message of commit and compete. That's been our motto all year.
And maybe nothing he did could stop it. The injury story only made things worse. Day to day is supposed to mean you could be back any game. That's not weeks of absence with no updates. And in a league where injuries are always visible and explained, Reese's mystery injury feels different. Fans remember last year, the wrist issue that kept her out. They remember Maryland, where she left. They remember her leaving on Rival when her team was losing. The pattern is there, and people are connecting the dots. This doesn't feel like rehab. It feels like retreat. The Kennedy-Carter saga poured gasoline on the fire. Carter was the Sky's leading scorer in 2024, averaging 17. 5 points, but she was cut after reports of locker room drama. Then came the shade. Carter posting about consistently making layups. A not-so-subtle shot at Reese's league-worst 42% layup percentage. The narrative was that Carter was the problem, the distraction. But here's the reality. Without her, the Sky's offense fell off a cliff. they've lost 10 of their last 11 games. They can't even crack 70 points a night. And Carter? She's free, she's thriving, and she's still taking shots at Chicago from afar. Upstairs, the front office has been just as messy. General Manager Jeff Pagliacca put this roster together. Aging vets like Kia Nurse, Rachel Bannum, Rebecca Allen, players other teams had already moved past. He traded away veterans who could lead.
Horrible. Tyler Marsh has been bad, but like I said, he doesn't have much talent on the team, so we don't know if he can actually coach or not. Now, why is people saying, is Angel Reese trying to force her way out of Chicago? Is she done with this organization already in just her second year? And it is a great question. I don't know if man, I think you got to move somebody. Cardoso, you have to get a influx of talent.
He surrounded his stars with non-shooters in a league built on spacing. The defense that was supposed to be anchored by Reese and Cardoso, it's the worst in the WNBA. And the cherry on top? Chicago doesn't even own their 2026 first-round pick, so this disaster won't even end with a draft prize. That's not bad luck. That's malpractice. And through it all, the culture problem just keeps bubbling to the surface. It's not just about missing shots or losing games, it's about the way this team loses. No urgency, no accountability, no buy-in from the star player. Marsh knows it. In Vegas, players fought through pain, they supported each other, they kept their standards no matter what. In Chicago, you get cryptic tweets and disappearing acts when things get ugly. Remember the night Kennedy Carter fouled Caitlin Clark and Reese celebrated on the sideline like it was a championship moment? That wasn't just bad optics. That was a window into the mentality that's been dragging this team under.
Basis.
18 to 20 turnovers and giving up 25 points off these turnovers.
Yeah, it's never an excuse. The proof is in the details of what's been the difference in our wins and losses, and a lot of it turns into the ability to take care of the ball. And so it's never an excuse. Teams bring pressure. You got to handle the pressure. And so, but our locker room is full of professional basketball players. So they understand the importance of it. It's just
the breaking point might have been the clipboard incident. Reese, frustrated after a foul call, slapped a clipboard out of a coach's hands in front of everyone. That's not leadership. That's not competitive fire. That's pure disrespect. And for Marsh, it was another reminder that he's coaching a team where his best player might also be his biggest problem. Now the trade rumors are everywhere. Reese posting in due time on social media set the speculation ablaze. Some insiders believe she's already asked out. Others think she's just hinting to put pressure on management. But the reality is simple. The Chicago Sky are a mess, and Reese's relationship with this franchise looks fractured beyond repair. The irony? Other teams see what's happening too. They know about Carter.
And a lot of people are, calling out Angel Reese right now, and I think we are in a world where, when it comes to Angel Reese, everything is under a microscope, and I think there are a lot of people that want to look at everything as a negative when it comes to her. Just like at the same time, it's the same thing with all these players. Like everything stars do is going to be under a microscope. So for me, anyway, this isn't the most serious thing in the world. But a lot of people were pointing out that Angel Reese did not show up to Cambridge.
They know about the mystery injuries. They know about the attitude. And they know that some problems follow you wherever you go. At this point, the Sky are 0.1% to make the playoffs. The season is gone. The culture is gone. And Marsh's reputation is taking hits for things he can't control. He might actually be a great coach. His work in Vegas suggests it. But even the best can't win when the front office is incompetent, the locker room is fractured, and the franchise player is halfway out the door. Chicago's fall from contender to laughingstock didn't happen by accident. It was built piece by piece with bad decisions, bad attitudes, and a lack of accountability at every level. The tragedy here is that it didn't have to be this way. But when your best player won't sacrifice comfort for the team, when your front office won't sacrifice politics for basketball decisions, and when your organization won't sacrifice short-term optics for long-term culture, this is what you get. A team that doesn't just lose, it unravels in public. And right now, Angel Reese might be packing her bags while the whole city watches.